Hello everybody and welcome back to Rennebu. This is the last sunrise we're ever going to see on this map. Well, in this Let's Play anyway. So yeah, we need to get to about 7:30. That's our usual starting point. We'll take the header off here. 7:30 to 8, that sort of time. That's when we tend to start. So there we go, but it's time 6. And it is indeed the final episode. So, what we need to do is finish the harvest. We have just one field left to harvest, and then we need to sell everything. And it's going to be very exciting, because we don't really know who's going to win. Personally, I think Chainsaw's going to win. But as I said in the previous episode, I don't think there's going to be much in it. I think I'll only be a little bit behind. So yeah, I think it's going to be the closest ever, but you never know. It might be shocking, it might be very unusual, and it might be me that wins. Who knows? We'll have to find out. As it stands, I'm in the lead, but I've sold more land so far. But having said that, I do still have all of my soybeans to sell. They're in the storinator over there. And we do still have another field of canola. It's not much, but it's something. So let's get over there now. Get it done, it won't take long. And then the big selling session can begin. Soybeans, canola, eggs, that sort of stuff. But we'll probably be selling the majority of the machinery first, because yeah, the price is still increasing for things like soybeans. Well, at least I think it is. Here we are. It's the field that was partially sprayed. That field there is harvested. It was a sorghum field. That's why it looks like it hasn't been harvested, because we don't cut the entire crop. Okay. Yeah, I'd never have expected this to be the final field that we cut, but there we go. And whilst I do this, I will explain the next series. It's very exciting, I would say. It's going to be something different, but also something familiar, if that makes any sense. I know it's a bit of a contradiction, but basically, it's going to be Survivor Challenge multiplayer. So it is competitive. Chainsaw's going to be doing his thing, I'm going to be doing my thing on No Man's Land, which won the vote. I put a list of maps out which you could have voted for. You still can, but it doesn't count anymore because, well, No Man's Land has won by miles, so it won't really make much of a difference if you vote for another map. All these other maps, though, I must say, are really nice, so I'd like to do a Let's Play on them at some point, if only there were more than 7 days in a week. But yes, it's going to be competitive Survival Challenge. We're going to start off with nothing at all, except for money, of course. But we'll probably start off with about £100,000, I would say. And of course, one plot of land, which we can choose. You can choose your own to make it totally fair. So if you choose a bad one, that's your fault. It's yeah, it's going to be, I would say, even fairer than this series. Even though I think really this series was pretty fair at the beginning. But really, it's going to be more decision-based. You make your own decisions. Well, I say you, I mean Chainsaw and me, individually. But with, obviously, everyone's comments to help out throughout the series. So we start off with just a plot of land. It's going to be a grassland with weeds, trees, rocks, that sort of stuff. Maybe even a lake, if you choose that plot, although I won't be doing. We don't need to take up our land with a lake. And then we choose the vehicles. You can buy whatever you want, whenever you want. I have installed 130 mods onto the server. So yeah, there's going to be a huge selection of different machines, implements, trailers, everything to go for. It's going to be amazing. And yeah, it's going to be way more challenging than this. And I'd say way more difficult to be able to guess who is going to win. There'll be less of these big machines to begin with. We'll be starting small, as you do in Survivor Challenge, and working our way up to the bigger stuff. Obviously, a lot of the starting machines that we go for will probably be quite old, but it isn't vintage. Hopefully by the end of the series there'll be some really modern stuff. In fact, maybe even early on as well, like modern small machinery. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be good. It's going to be very different, I would say, to this series. It will be the first Survivor Challenge we've ever done in multiplayer. Also, regarding rules, it's not 100% confirmed for some of them, such as the silage one. I'm not too sure what we're going to do about silage at the moment, but yeah, ones which I think really should go into place are ones like no leasing at all, so nothing can be rented ever at any point, no loans, no resetting, so no resetting vehicles back to the, well, I guess it would go to the vehicle shop, unless of course the vehicle is completely glitched. That's fair enough. If it is stuck under the map or something, it can be reset, but just to save time, yes, it has to be driven, it can't be reset. Unlike on this series where it can be reset, we're about to do it in fact. And yeah, silage, I think really because of where we're going to be starting, we're going to be starting small with one plot of land. I think really there probably won't be any kind of limitation on how much silage you can sell, because it doesn't start like this series started. We've got big open grass fields here. We already started with quite a lot of land, which we won't be doing on no man's land. So yeah, it's subject to change, but I think at the moment we're not going to put any special rule into place for the amount of silage you can sell, or what type of, well, basically if it needs to be out of a pit or in a bale form, what form it has to be in. I think really we don't need too many rules. Okay, and that is, when we've got that little piece, everything done. The last bit that we're going to harvest on this map. So I think what I'll do is I'll just take the header off over here because we can reset it back to the store. Then we'll drive this over to the yard, we'll put the canola into a trailer, and then we can sell. I think, yeah, the sooner the better for the canola. But everything needs to be sold now anyway, so yeah, that can just go 1600. Take that off there. Whoops, oh dear. Oh, how clever. Magic. Goodbye, fields. It's a shame we never did get to stump grind. I could have done it, but I think it would have been a waste of time. I spent that time in a different way, re-drilling and harvesting other fields. And I will check all of our fields before we sell everything, just to make sure we have harvested everything. I think we have. We need the JCB. Where is it? Oh no, I should have set this going a while ago. Well, we need the flatbed for the eggs, so we can't go returning this. I'll take it back to the farm. That'll be the fastest way. So I'll pop the trailer just there so that we can put the eggs on in a minute or two. The price is currently very good at both Joker and the bakery, but it is increasing at both places as well. So there's no rush. It is the canola which is decreasing as we speak. Now, do we have any canola in storage? I think it is just soybeans. Yep. So we'll be carting those soybeans as soon as we've done the eggs, I think. I know what I'll do. I'll set this off on a worker to head in the direction of the sell point, and whilst it does that, I will sell the combine harvester. And hopefully this time I don't crash into the shed when we're selling. Okay, so final scan of the fields. Let's just have a look at them all. Make sure everything has been fully harvested. Yep, they're all purple. All my ones are, except for the grass fields. I don't actually own that many anymore. We've sold most of them. It's only 53 and 66. And it's all done. Lovely. Right, so go on to here. Reset. There's my header. Reset. And the header trailer. And now we can put all of those into the trigger. I'll just quickly do this. We will be repairing everything, but because I bought this combine used, it will likely be, well, it'll have a vast depreciation. As we found out, well, actually, not not as we found it, as somebody else found it. I did see a comment, a very good comment, which the person calculated how much I had lost on, I think it was on the Deutz farm, and it was pretty bad. It was really bad. I bought it used, and yeah, despite buying it used after it had already depreciated from the first owner, it still depreciated massively after I had used it for about, what, 3 hours? I don't know, it wasn't too much. So I don't know if buying used is worth it, because you also have to do a lot more repairing. It's tempting to always buy new if you can do. Okay, so the main combine harvester itself would, actually no, we'll just do the header because it's attached. It might be out of range otherwise. So 5,000 for the header trailer. The header, 31 before we do anything. And finally the combine itself. Still 101 though, although yeah, it's a pretty expensive machine. There we go. So we're now on 2.2 million, almost 2.3. Let's stop this worker and I will continue. Here it is, the sell point that I got stuck in. I have bad memories from this place. Very bad memories. I will not start to tip until I am in the correct place. Hey, there's my weight. And yes, that should be right. No moving whilst tipping. We should be alright. So this is all from that one field that we just did. 15,709. Now we can head back. We can put the soybeans into the trailer, but I want to do the eggs first. The soybeans are still increasing quite nicely. I guess I should attach to this weight, otherwise I'm going to forget about it. Although I'll be checking my inventory, I'll be able to see what machines we have. We need to have nothing left by the end. Nothing except for seed bags, of course. We still have quite a lot of lime and seed outstanding that wasn't used. It was, of course, a bit of a mistake buying so much, but I wasn't to know. I didn't know how much we actually needed. So there's no more eggs on the way. The chickens have now run out of food, so they need to be sold as well. We'll just put all of these onto the trailer. There are quite a few. And the final one. If we'd had one more, we would have been able to say that we've almost got a full trailer. 3 more to have a full single layer. Right, so where do I go to actually sell these chickens? Because we have 360. Wow. So they're in 60s, although it's not really worth much. They're not worth much at all. Yep, still going. We're doing them in batches of 60, but of course there are so many. So there we go. All the chickens have gone, which almost brought us to no, not 3 million. I wish it was 2.3 million. And we can now sell the chicken house, chicken coop. Almost 40,000 for that. It's not too bad. It's looking so empty. I could take it with that tractor. Really, that tractor just needs to be reset and sold because it's slow. We're going to be using the JCB for carting. It would appear I'm on top of it there. The JCB is en route. I'll reset everything to the store. Well, not everything, of course. Everything that we need to reset. Watch how fast we can get up this hill with this mighty fast track. Speed! Not forgetting power. And most importantly, an empty trailer, so it's nice and easy. So yes, we'll go and put this underneath the pipe, we'll fill it up with soybeans, but then we must attach to the flatbed and sell all those lovely eggs. We're going to take as much as possible to the bakery, but it'll be hardly anything that's accepted, as it does have a limit. So we'll just take the rest to Joker, which is a bit of a drive from here. Now we should be able to sell these soybeans in 2 loads. It's a big trailer, should fit into 2 loads. Nice full load. I also, when I set this up, I set up the series and I assigned the 2 fields. I gave Chainsaw a field which was worth more than mine, because there was nothing which was worth exactly the same, whereas on No Man's Land there is, so this is where it's even more fair. But the one which I gave to Chainsaw is worth 366, and the one which I gave to me is worth 272. So I never really considered at the time that it would become a problem when we're selling again. But yeah, it's substantially more expensive, the plot that I gave to him. But I had to do it that way round, because if I did it the other way round, there'd be people saying that I'm just taking advantage and making it easier for myself. So to all those people, I made it harder for myself. I made it easier for Chainsaw. I don't expect they'll take more than 1 pallet load, so I'm just going to park here, jump out and grab 1 pallet. The trigger is somewhere over here. There we go. It does have to be raised up a bit. Oh wow, they did take a full load. I suppose it's because there's been quite a big gap between when I've sold eggs, so they must have consumed all their eggs from the previous load. There we go, we've hit the limit. Come on, half pallet. We're all going to Joker. Pretty good though. I've just had a thought. Because Chainsaw's land was worth so much more than mine to begin with, we'll put that down to his bonus for winning the previous series. The next series on No Man's Land, all going to be totally even, totally fair and balanced. In fact, it should be 100% balanced. There should be nothing that gives anybody an advantage. So there goes the eggs. We can now set this back on a worker. And whilst it's heading back, I will sell 1 field and also sell some machinery. So off we go. Actually, the trailer. I don't think the trailer's going to be needed again. Is it? No, I don't think the flatbed's going to be needed. So here we are, selling stuff. We can sell that field, 130. So that's £65,200. Leaving just our big one at 272. We're almost at 2.5 million. Let's sell everything that we have here. I'll put it all over into the trigger first, then we can repair things. Looks like Chainsaw's tractor's here. It's a bit in the way. So these are the slightly more expensive things. The Massey Ferguson isn't really worth too much. 11,000, 12,000 for the trailer, and after spending a load of money on it, 30,000 for the tractor. And we still haven't hit 2.5 million, but the soybeans will soon sort that out. So that's attached to this trailer. I don't think there's more than one sell point for soybeans. I think it is just the usual place. Oh, no, there is. Interesting. Oh, that's actually really good because that's closer. The animal dealer. 3,524 was it? Yeah. I don't know, that sounds like it's less than what it was earlier, even though it's still showing the green up arrow. Well, yeah, we're just going to have to get them sold fast. And, oh, will we get it all into the 2 loads? Oh, we will, just. 31,271 left. We can carry 32. That's amazing. So I will tip this. We'll come back. We'll empty the silo. We'll sell the silo. And I think it'll just be the land and then the tractor and trailer and we're done. Oh, steady. Don't want to flip this. Hey, he's got the same load as me. It's like symmetrical. £113,000 for that first load. Absolutely amazing. So, yeah, just triple check to make sure that we have emptied the silo. Totally empty, fantastic. So that can go. Oh, look at that, it's only worth less than £5,000 now. Still, it's been very handy and it was low cost. I think we are done here. I hope it will let me sell this plot with those pallets on it. 272,000. Yeah, so we've sold all of our land. We're at 2.8 million, which means when we've sold this trailer load, plus the tractor and trailer, we should be at 3-point-something million pounds. Brilliant. And whatever my finishing number is, we need to add £24,086 to it, because that is the lost sorghum from 2 episodes ago. If you watched the previous episode and the one before it, you'll be fully aware of that situation, that nightmare. Yeah, basically I never got to sell it because the trailer glitched under the ground, but that is still how much sorghum we had to sell. So yeah, we'll do a calculation in just a minute. I could have added it to the XML file, like I did with Chainsaw when he had a glitch, but I didn't want to mess up the save game. Okay, still £111,000. I wonder how much this tractor is worth. Must be worth quite a bit. I bought it new, and it's done less than 10 hours. I'm not sure if we have anything else to sell. Oh no. Beep beep. Let me just check. Oh, we have a chainsaw. Interesting. Why did I buy a chainsaw? Oh yeah, of course, I did all that logging. That feels like so long ago now. So the trailer is worth 24. It's not profit though. Oh wow, look at the value of the tractor. Although 50,000 to repaint it. Interesting. 10,000 to repair. So there we go. So let me just do a quick calculation and we'll get our grand total. This series has been going for 6 months and 1 week. And I finish with £3,193,293. What a good number. Now we just have to wait and see what Chainsaw finishes with. Okay, so I've now jumped into Chainsaw's machinery. We're going to help Chainsaw finish. So we're selling his milk to Joker. I hope the money does go to him. It should do. That'd be kind of weird if it goes to me. So yeah, I can't see the money going up, but we should see it going up. For him, there we go. So we're doing all the milk. Saves getting a worker to do it. There we go. I don't know how much he has left. Maybe it shows up for me. We very rarely do contractors. No, it doesn't say for me. I am just a contractor. But yeah, we're going to see if he's got any more. We'll bring it here if he has got some. And we're off again, this time with the cows themselves, not their delicious milk. So we need to go to the animal dealer. The only animals I ever bought were chickens. I never actually went to an animal dealer, so I'm guessing that this is the place. The place we've sold everything else to. Maybe we have to go to the other side, do we? Ah, there we go. So we've just got 6 in here. £7,650. I'm guessing he has many more. I just spotted it actually gave me the money, so we need to send chainsaw. Can we send a custom amount? We can't send a custom amount. Oh, that's not fair. Okay, well 7,650 needs to be added to his score. Obviously what mine's showing now is irrelevant. We've already calculated mine anyway. We have the grand total. So 7,650 will not be forgotten about. I now have Chainsaw's chicken eggs, which are going to Joker, and well, the milk went to him because we washed it. For some reason, the animals get sold to the person who sells them. I'm guessing the eggs will go to him as well. Of course, we'll check this. Very strange that I sold the cows to myself. That's just weird. Well, not sold to myself, it's just I got the money. It's very strange. Here we go. Keeping on the money. Mine shouldn't move. No, perfect. And Chainsaw should be rocketing up. It is. Good. I think they're all in. Okay, there we go. So that's his finishing amount. Does he still own his land? He does, right. Okay, Chainsaw's 1. That's obvious. Let's go and get this taken back to the store. This is the last competitive multiplayer in this format though. It's going to be very different next time. Starting with nothing, totally from scratch. That would change everything. Right, so Chainsaw's just selling all of his tractors and stuff now. And then the land. And then we should have our total. Should start to see some of these lights going out. Yep, they're disappearing. This one, yeah, this one then. 112. 100 and... no, they're the same. So, he must be done, I guess. Just ask him. So there we have the grand total in the chat. Chainsaw 100, 3,993,244. And me, 3 million. I'm impressed that we're at the same million number. Where did my thing go? 3,193,293. Very good. Very good indeed. So, yeah, a clear winner. Let's change things. Let's change things a lot for No Man's Land. Very different, as I said. None of this extreme silaging which we've had on this map. That really is how it's been done, I think, just back-to-back silage. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a fantastic map. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.